Et bonjour à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien. On se retrouve pour une vidéo autour de The Blood of Dawnwalker. C'est, vous savez, le jeu qui va être fait par les anciens, enfin une partie des anciens de The Witcher 3. La vidéo a été présentée hier, c'était une conférence que je n'ai pas vue, donc je vais découvrir ici le trailer. J'ai pris la version sous-titrée français. On va la regarder ensemble, ça va être un peu long, hein. Elle fait 21 minutes, donc on va bien se poser tranquille pour profiter de ce gameplay et de toutes les fonctionnalités qui sont montrées à l'intérieur du jeu. Ça va être sympa. Puis bah, on débriefe juste derrière, hein, évidemment. Les musiques, elles sont
Hello,
vraiment
my
stylées.
name is Daniel Sadowski and I'm the design director at Rebel Wolves. I would like to welcome you to the Blood of Dawnwalker summer gameplay video. Our game is a story-driven, open-world dark fantasy RPG set in medieval Europe. The game is currently in pre-beta stage, and what we are going to show you is just a part of one of the mid-game quests. It's a really cool story involving legendary swords and a haunted almshouse, but today we'll focus on showcasing our gameplay systems. We're starting on the outskirts of Svatro, the game's largest city and the capital of Vale Sangora. From here, we could head anywhere the eye can see, explore ancient ruins or sabotage vampire blood transports. But it's not just about where or when you go. It's also about how you approach the main quest and shape the story, making each playthrough uniquely your own. For now, we're following the road. Cohen is on his way to the city's cathedral, chasing leads about a powerful weapon said to be hidden in its crypts. But first, we'll have to deal with some bandits who camped out by the main road. Traveling through Vale Sangora is never boring. The world is dense with quests, random encounters, and locations steep in lore. This will be a great opportunity to show you our combat system. Our goal was to make the player feel like a real swordmaster who closely observes his enemies. We'll begin this fight by using acrid dust to stun one of the enemies. Now, when you attack, you choose one of four directions: up, down, left or right, in order to hit the opponent where he's unable to parry. And similarly, when defending, you have to take note of the enemy's intent and the direction of the attack. On the left side of the screen, just above Cohen's health, you have activation charges that will be filled in with each successful attack, block and parry. Once they are full, you can use one of the active abilities which allow you to take a more tactical approach to fighting. We started the fight by throwing some acrid dust. And now let's cast Burning Blood. It's a hex which boils the enemy's blood and burns their skin, dealing physical damage over time. Alright, time to finish this fight. Let's use the final activation charge to cast the artery attack, which actually decapitated the last opponent.
Ok, c'était hyper intéressant. Vous avez vu, il y a plein de modules. En fait, ils ont repris le gameplay de Kingdom Come Deliverance et ils l'ont adapté à un jeu à la troisième personne. C'est assez malin, mais on retrouve du coup exactement les mêmes trucs. Vous avez vu, se mettre dans la bonne direction pour taper les contres, mais aussi vous pouvez faire les parades en vous mettant dans le sens opposé et en frappant en même temps. Je pense que ça va être vraiment le même système que Kingdom Come, mais du coup pour des combats à la troisième personne. Je sais pas si ça s'est vu, ça. À mon sens, le combat de Kingdom Come est Kingdom Come, je vais y arriver, est assez unique. Je crois pas qu'on le voit dans d'autres gameplays et encore moins du coup à la troisième personne. Mais ouais, ça a l'air assez vivant du coup.
Our hero quickly dispatched the bandits, so let's loot a few items they've left behind and open the inventory. First of all, let's replenish our health by eating something. And then take a closer look at this cool-looking weapon we just picked up. Ah, it has better stats than our current weapon, so let's equip it right now. We've also leveled up, so let's use this opportunity to spend the newly acquired skill point in one of Cohen's skill trees. The skills in the Blood of Dawnwalker are divided into 3 trees. One for human, one for vampire, and one shared between the two. We also have an active abilities panel. We can use it to unlock additional abilities to use during combat. Note that during the day, the health bar is not regenerating. You need to find consumables like the one we've just eaten. The hexes we've just used also consume some of Cohen's health. Be aware of that. The way our magic system works, there's always a price to pay for manipulating reality. But we can make it sting a bit less. Let's level up the frugal witchcraft skill, so next time we'll cast a hex, it'll consume fewer of Cohen's health points. Now that we've wrapped up the encounter with the bandits, we can be on our way to get inside the city. Right now, Cohen hasn't done enough to ruffle the vampire lord's feathers, so the gods will just wave us through. But the more damage you cause, the more suspicious and aggressive they'll become. So when you play the game yourself, you'll have to decide whether you want to challenge the vampires openly, or lay low until you're ready to strike and surprise them.
It's even bigger than I remembered.
And it's grander than before. They're putting in new stained glass. The Knyaz doesn't deny the old faith.
Out of my face.
This is the rich district of the city, Silberkreis. There's also Altenmarkt, Neustadt, and the Middens. Each of the boroughs has its own feel and character.
Get your stinking ass out of here. I was just...
C'est vraiment comme The Witcher, vous voyez au niveau de l'arc, de la map, il y a les points d'interrogation donc qui se découvrent avec la portée. Ils ont vraiment repris globalement le gameplay de ce qu'ils avaient construit jusqu'à maintenant. Hein. Franchement, on retrouve vraiment nos marques par rapport à The Witcher, c'est incroyable.
Passing through, I swear. I got tired and sat down and started begging.
Looming high over the city is Brancis's castle, Greifberg. He took it over when he slaughtered the human ruler of the valley, Skender, as shown in the trailer we shared with you earlier, in January this year. In order to complete the main quest and save your family, you'll have to storm the castle, alone or with help of friendly NPCs. We could do it right now if we wanted, but it would be super challenging.
No more drink for you, my friend. Go home.
Oh, let me. I just want to. Oh, let me in.
You made a mess, and it's not that kind of inn.
Let's check the map. The cathedral is really close. There's plenty of other places to see and things to do here. A couple of inns, a medic, a blacksmith, an armorer, and other merchants.
Même quand on ouvre la carte, c'est le même bruit.
You can see that not only the vampires came out of the shadows. This creature on the right is called an Uriash. Look around, especially at night, and you'll learn humans have lots to fear, not just the vampires. And here we can see guards pounding on some poor guy's doors.
What is it about? Disrespecting the Knyaz, singing songs that mocked him and the faith. Who told you this nonsense? Was it Livia?
It's just one of many different community scenes we're implementing in the game. Watch them closely when you play, as they might point you to new quests and hidden treasures, or signal changes in the game's world.
Once again, I humbly beg of thee.
I humbly...
Ouch!
I don't want to say it, Mum.
It's a prayer. It's what we have to say. Go on.
I humbly beg of thee, protect
Oh God, thou art sent forth.
Okay, we are at the cathedral gates. Again, since Cohen isn't yet wanted by the vampire regime, and it's daytime, we can simply walk inside.
The baptism of a newborn is a solemn moment, doubly so. A new life joins our flock, bringing happiness to its parents and to the congregation. Na Alitus ex sanguine est, alitur sanguine, et in sanguine morietur. Ego te baptizo in nomine Dei. Amen. Don't I know you from somewhere, young man? Laslia, maybe?
I'm sorry, but you must be mistaken.
Am I? Perhaps. Perhaps. My memory isn't what it used to be. Come with me. I'll take your confession.
Thank you, but I have no need for confession.
Ah. So you deem your conscience clear?
I wouldn't go that far. But I'm sure you're a busy man, Father. So while I appreciate the offer, I feel that my soul shouldn't be your priority.
I won't press the matter. You are quite correct. I have many other duties to attend to. But please remember that in order to be saved, we all need to repent. Myself included. I hope we can speak again soon. Good day to you, Cohen.
What we saw right here was just one of many cutscenes we recorded for the game, which smoothly transitioned into a dialogue scene. We use cutscenes to highlight key scenes or showcase interesting bits of lore. Like this blood baptism. Creepy, isn't it? The core feature of the Blood of Dawnwalker is the dual gameplay loop. Remember, Cohen may be a human during the day, but he turns into a vampire at night and has a different set of skills at his disposal. And this is just one variable that affects our quests. Depending on when you tackle a particular quest, what choices you've made earlier, whom you befriended, or whom you've angered, your gameplay and story experience will be very, very different. So each quest is a complex structure with multiple possible paths leading to the end goal. We maximize players' freedom and agency, offering you a narrative sandbox to play in. I wonder what secrets may be concealed up there, just beyond Cohen's reach. And how do we get there? It's impossible to do during the day, but come night, it's an entirely different story. Let us explain what we mean by taking our current quest as an example. During the day, we got inside the cathedral without any problems, since it's open for all to see and Cohen doesn't yet stand out from the crowd. The scaffolds, though, are outside of his reach. But climbing them won't be a problem for the vampire, who has many more exploration abilities at his disposal. Bear in mind, Cohen has not completed the quest yet. What's more, there are still a few clues to be found in order to solve this story. It's worth mentioning that narrative sandbox also means that we may completely abandon this quest and follow a different path to defeat Brensis. For today, we're focusing on the gameplay part, so let's see how we could tackle this particular quest during the night. We're starting right after dusk, as a vampire, on the rooftops of Svatro. Right now, we have 22 days left to complete this goal. This counter is always displayed and you'll be warned each time it's pushed forward. So you have to be aware of the time, and it's more of a resource you'll be spending than a racing clock.
C'est bien qu'il précise ça.
As a vampire, you'll see and experience the world from a different perspective. You can travel quickly and easily access places beyond the reach of regular humans. Let us show you what we mean. This is Shadow Step, a unique vampiric ability allowing Cohen to jump to almost any place within his reach. Now let's take a good look around using the focus mode. This ability highlights objects of interest and loot. And there is something right here.
C'est les couleurs de The Witcher aussi.
This time it's just some items to grab, but on other occasions, who knows, you might come across a hidden quest. Looks like our health is quite low. This is because, as a vampire, your health bar also represents your hunger level, and you start each night thirsting for blood. Remember, you have to quench this appetite in order to make full use of your vampire abilities, and rein in your monstrous nature around NPCs. Otherwise, you may end up draining someone important, which may lead to unpredictable consequences. We'd better feed then. Maybe on someone who is standing all alone. Like this drunkard. Let's grab him and use Voracious Bite ability. Unless you lose control due to hunger, you get to decide how much blood to drink. You can drain just a bit and knock your victim unconscious, or go all the way and kill them. And if you're adamant you don't want to hurt innocent humans, you can drink from animals and some other creatures. Finally, we are at the cathedral, but it seems to be closed for the night, and the entrance gate is well guarded. Let's find another way in. Shadow Step is not the only vampiric ability you're gonna learn during your playthrough. Cohen can also use Plane Shift to scale walls and even ceilings smoothly. This will allow us to explore every nook and cranny of the cathedral.
Blood.
Better be quiet.
You shall become Kenya's prince.
Is that Boyer's Xanthe?
His
What the hell is she doing here? What is she doing? Is that a ritual for the blood gods?
Become your new family. You shall want for nothing.
They're covering up the old paintings.
Only
Why?
duty shall remain.
One of the workers must have left it. Seems that the cathedral complex is quite big. The main building, cloisters, inner courtyard. The entrance to the crypt could be anywhere. Won't get anything done just standing around. Still.
This was a scene investigation, a mechanic we used to zoom in on and showcase key clues. This time we had a chance to learn more about the vampire's plans. Looks like they're keen to cover up the old frescoes, so that's something we could take a look at. This way we could learn more about the cathedral's past.
Blood to blood.
Looks like we aren't alone here. Underneath us there's a group of blood guards, soldiers hooked up on vampire blood, which makes them stronger, and one of Brances's vampire allies. It's Xanthe, the oldest vampire in Vale Sangora, and quite a powerful lady. Let's descend and check what's going on.
Don't think I don't see you skulking in the shadows. Come out! You're interfering with my task. Who are you?
It doesn't matter.
Very well. I don't have time for interruptions. Let us dispose of him. Quickly! You've withstood it. Fascinating.
Cohen is using his claws to attack when in vampire form. Blood guards are dual-wielding opponents. Their attacks are pretty strong. Of course, even when fighting with claws, combat is still directional. Don't worry, Cohen can still use his sword as a vampire.
You haven't lived long.
Only after defeating all 3 of the Blood Guards, Xanthi deems Cohen worthy of a challenge, and she descends to face him. She uses her blood control powers to cast a multitude of attacks, like her blood whips, that hit Cohen from left and right. Xanthi is protected by a powerful vampire ability. Once her stamina runs out, Cohen will have an opportunity to strike and deal some damage. But be careful, cause Xanthi is quick to counterattack and she will also try to restore her blood. Meanwhile, look at the indicator just below her health and stamina. It's a timer for the boiling blood skill that you've seen in the CGI trailer. So, if we don't hurry, the timer goes down to 0 and Cohen will eventually explode. And we're dead. Remember, we were only mid-game here, and Xanthi is one of the game's most punishing enemies. Defeating her right here and right now is very much possible, but it would be hellishly difficult. A fun challenge for hardcore players. Otherwise, we could load the game and explore the cathedral without drawing her attention. Or try to get to her while she's not surrounded by bodyguards. Xanthi, like all other vampire allies, has her own questline. Explore it, and you can learn more about her past, motivations, and maybe even try to reason with her. What you do is entirely up to you. Remember, our design principle is the narrative sandbox. There is no difference between main quests and side quests. There's just different stories that you weave together into your own unique adventure. But that's coming in 2026. For now, I'd like to thank you for joining me on this gameplay video presentation.
Eh ben, c'était hyper intéressant. Ça a l'air vraiment chouette, hein. Vous voyez, j'avais été un peu déhypé entre guillemets, en voyant les dernières et surtout les vidéos de gameplay, parce que c'est vrai que bon, quand on voit le gameplay, il paraissait un peu rigide, et c'est le cas à certains moments, ça paraît un peu rigide. Puis les animations faciales, j'aime pas la tête du héros déjà, bon ça c'est très personnel, mais j'aime pas du tout la tête du héros. Mais là, vous voyez, bon ça... Cette scène-là, franchement, les expressions faciales, le chant contre chant basique, ça fait pas trop envie et c'est c'est ce qui me faisait peur. Mais par contre, le concept est vraiment cool. Donc, pour ceux qui n'ont pas compris, hein, on est bien sur un bac à sable narratif où il est possible de tout faire à n'importe quel moment et de différentes façons. On peut donc attaquer un grand méchant dès le début du jeu pour se faire laver, à moins que vous soyez un génie du combat et que vous maîtrisez peut-être, hein, dans une deuxième game ou quoi, vous pourrez peut-être réussir des combats inatteignables. Mais voilà, le jour, la nuit, en fonction des quêtes qu'on a fait, tout se modifie en temps réel. Si la promesse est tenue comme il l'annonce ici, ça peut être vraiment très complet, très complexe et effectivement il peut y avoir une certaine rejouabilité. C'est bien qu'ils aient apporté des précisions aussi concernant le timer qu'on a en haut à droite, parce que quand ils l'avaient expliqué la première fois, ça faisait vraiment jeu un peu contre la montre, où on partait dans une mission, ça allait prendre 2 jours. Quand on revenait, on avait perdu 2 jours sur le temps total pour aller sauver sa famille, etc. Et donc il y avait un délire de se sentir un peu pressé tout le long. Là, ça a l'air d'être un peu plus libre, et globalement, on nous informe de combien de temps on a pour sauver notre famille. Mais on est quand même un peu libre d'aller à droite à gauche, sachant qu'on peut la sauver avant le terme, hein. Voilà, ils disent on peut y aller quand on veut, il faut attaquer le château, ils l'ont dit dans le truc, il suffit d'attaquer le château, mais en fonction des quêtes qu'on va faire, on va avoir des alliés, des opportunités, des machins qui vont nous rendre la tâche plus ou moins réalisable. J'imagine que si on fonce dans le tas dès le début, bon on se fait éclater, mais même si ça passe, il se peut que ça passe avec des dégâts, qu'on puisse pas sauver l'intégralité de la famille. Voilà, le concept est vraiment chouette. Ça a l'air d'être plutôt bien réalisé. Ils ont pensé à tout, hein, le fait de pouvoir donc manger des humains, les tuer, pas les tuer, et même se nourrir de bêtes si on préfère ne pas du tout attaquer les humains. Ils ont vraiment pensé à tout, j'ai l'impression, et ça a l'air assez riche, assez dense. À côté de ça, on voit qu'il y a beaucoup de reprises de The Witcher, mais bon, en même temps, c'est normal, c'est les créateurs de The Witcher, hein, donc c'est assez logique qu'ils conservent ce qu'ils savent faire, enfin, qu'on retrouve des traits équivalents, pardon. Et dans les compétences, on a vu aussi qu'on avait plusieurs options, donc il y a vraiment 2 arbres distincts. L'arbre humain, donc qui fonctionne que le jour, l'arbre vampirique qui fonctionne que la nuit, et l'arbre entre les deux qui fonctionne le jour et la nuit. Et après, c'est les habilités. Mais vu qu'il y a une épée, je me demande si ça concerne le mode vampirique. C'est peut-être que des trucs à l'épée. Ou... À côté de ça, c'est du RPG classique. On a vu qu'il y avait tout un tas d'équipements avec du stuff, des levels et tout ça. La map, putain, c'était vraiment comme The Witcher. Ouais, c'est sympa, c'est sympa. Les options ont l'air vraiment cool. Le jeu a l'air vraiment très stylé. Faut aimer l'aspect un peu vampire et tout. C'est pas trop ma tasse de thé à la base. Mais les options, puis même le combat, hein, franchement, c'est assez original. Ils ont vraiment pensé à un truc atypique. Bon, les animations s'avèrent un peu répétitives. Hein, les finish moves notamment, on a vu, c'était globalement pas sur lui, vu qu'il utilise une compétence pour le tuer, mais sur les 2 d'avant, les finish moves, c'est les mêmes. Hein. Même au niveau de l'action, vous voyez là le bras qui tombe et l'autre finish move c'est exactement le même. Et dans le combat, quand on regardait derrière le combat vampirique avec les PNJ, pareil les finish moves c'était les mêmes. Et ça mériterait d'être retravaillé parce qu'il n'y a rien de plus chiant dans un jeu que d'avoir tout le temps les mêmes combats en fait. Enfin les mêmes cinématiques d'action. Vous voyez là le petit coup qui coupe le bras et le mec il part en tourbillon. C'était le cas pour tous les mecs. Peut-être pas le premier, je sais plus. Non, voilà, pas le premier. Mais vous voyez, même là, ça saccade un peu. Hein. C'est pas hyper propre au niveau des animations. Ça mériterait d'être travaillé encore ça. Et là, c'est bizarre comme il explose. Et lui, voilà, il part en tourbillon et le second part en tourbillon aussi. Voilà, tourbillon, bras qui coupe. Et lui, c'est la même chose. Bon, tout ça mériterait peut-être un peu plus de peaufinage, je pense. Mais sinon les options ont l'air vraiment sympas. Ouais, intéressant. Je suis pas autant hypé que je pourrais l'être si c'était un autre univers, parce que comme je vous l'ai dit, le truc vampire, moi ça me chauffe pas des masses à la base. Mais très intriguant. Ouais. N'hésitez pas à donner votre avis sur tout ça en commentaire. N'oubliez pas, petit abonnement, petit pouce bleu, c'est pas déjà fait. Et je vous dis à très vite dans une prochaine vidéo. A plus, ciao.